Hello everybody, today we're making kombucha. What is kombucha? Well, it starts out as a sugary tea, which is then fermented with the help of a SCOBY. SCOBY. It's actually an acronym for symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. It's very close cousins to the mother, used to make vinegar. Some people think of it as kind of like a mushroom, too. The SCOBY bacteria and yeast eat most of the sugar in the tea, transforming the tea into a refreshingly fizzy, slightly sour fermented beverage that is relatively low in calories and sugar. Kombucha can be made with just a handful of ingredients at home. In this tutorial, we'll show you exactly what to do in a detailed step-by-step instruction. The first ingredient is 3.5 quarts of water, 1 cup of sugar, 8 bags of black tea or green tea or a mix of both, and then 2 cups of starter tea from the last batch of kombucha, or you could use store-bought kombucha that is unpasteurized and neutral flavored. I let my water boil for about 6 minutes and I shut off the heat. Once I'll give it about 5 minutes to cool, and then I will start busting open my tea bags and then add my 1 cup of sugar. I use organic cane sugar. Okay, got my red rose tea into the water. Next, you know what? Sometimes I'll go like 1.25 cups. I'll do a little extra. Sometimes that'll make it be a little extra fizzy. So if you like it fizzy, during that second ferment, when you add fruit, sorry, I'll get to the second ferment later. So now all we do is we stir in our sugar. You can't use honey at this point because it will kill some of the bacteria and yeast, and you don't want that. So I'll keep dunking these tea bags. I'll usually leave the tea bags in until the water is completely cool, and that's another important step. You have to make sure that that water is completely cool. I'm talking like let it set out for about 4 hours. Okay, I'm gonna grab a spoon and mix in this sugar. All right, for the final step, we have 2 cups of our old tea or starter tea that we had in there before with our SCOBY, and we are going to add the cooled tea right into there. I always do it over the sink because I'll make a little bit of a mess. Then coffee filters work good, and I just put a coffee filter over the top with a rubber band to keep the flies and bugs out, because oh man, they smell that sweet stuff and they go for it. The final step is just letting it set on the counter out of direct sunlight so it doesn't get too hot for 7 to 10 days. Feel free to use a straw or a spoon to taste it right around day 7, and then sometimes I'll even let it go 10 or 12 days. Once it gets that desired consistency, well, if I'm making a gallon jar, sometimes it takes a little bit longer. If I'm using a half-gallon jar, sometimes it'll be a little bit shorter. Guys, I hope this was helpful. Have a wonderful day and happy drinking your kombucha.